We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I'm your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS, and today, once again, we're diving back into the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I've been having a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys have been enjoying the ride. For all you binge watchers out there, if you're watching it live as like each episode goes up, you should be really happy because I'm posting quite a few of them. I'm hoping that I'm doing a good enough balance between what I normally do and the added stuff with this that you guys all can enjoy yourselves. I know that's not true. Everybody's going to hate everything, but I'm having a good time and hopefully that's enough. These two. Best of friends. They've joined the Grunt Club together.
Morning. You two are up early.
You're just up
make
late.
this very clear before we leave.
Yep.
You are my classmate. You are not my friend.
Appreciate you, bud.
We may be in the same group, but I would appreciate it if you would not address me as casually as you seem wanted to do.
Seem won't to do? What?
Our class's vice president is as stubborn as ever.
Say that again! I dare you!
Really, guys?
Good morning, everyone.
It's Fee and Emma.
Morning.
Sup, girls?
It looks like we're all gathered then. Shall we be leaving?
We shall be leaving.
We might as well. Though there's still some time before our train leaves.
That's fine.
I have no objections either.
How is it that everybody else is like class president, vice president, whatever, and yet it seems that Reen, of all people, is the leader? Strange. I'm just saying, it's strange. It would seem like Laura would be a good choice. Even Elisa, to an extent, sure. Emma, maybe. Machias seems to think he's the leader or wants to be the leader. I don't know. It seems odd that it's fallen to Reen, or at least it seems that it's fallen to Reen.
Well, let's go.
This is going to be a long weekend.
Indubitably. Onward! The field test awaits us! Alright, so I don't know much, but I know I don't know who I'm gonna want and where. I feel like we're definitely gonna want Emma. Obviously Reen. Are we gonna want Fee? Probably Jusis. But Machias has a gun. I'd like to play around with that a little bit. So I feel like Fee and Machias are the two that are like, whomst do you wish to have? Now, granted, Machias is a complete jerkwad, but so is Jusis. So I don't know. We'll figure it out, maybe. Probably won't. What am I doing? Yeah. Well, we can go talk to, was that Crow? Is he in the cafe? Cafe con leche. So what, coffee with milk, I believe? Something like that. Hello? Oh, no, it looks like maybe he's outside? I didn't see him. Oh, that is him. Oh, that looked like somebody completely different. My apologies. Yo, good to see you all ready for action this early in the morning. You're up awfully early yourself, aren't you? I thought I'd set a good example as a responsible upperclassman and give you guys a heartfelt Crow send-off. Yeah, no, we're not gonna. No. Kind of look like you're in for a rough time, though. Well, good luck either way. Surprise me with a cool souvenir when you get back. Nothing stresses him out, does it? Well, he's not coming along for the ride, so why should it stress him out? Is that cat over here? It is. Sup, kitty? Oh, it's that cat from before. Oh, looks like she's still pretty cautious around me. Probably best to keep my distance in case she tries to scratch me again. What are you doing anyway? A cat? You can play petting zoo later. We need to hurry to the station. Oh, alright, sorry, I'll be there. I feel like Emma knows this cat, or it's her cat or something. She seems awfully suspicious. Awfully suspect. Alright, what do we got? Ah, you made it. Hey. Good morning. Are you leaving now too? They must feel weird without me being in their group. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll be able to reach Bereahard before noon. Looks like you guys already have your tickets, huh? Yeah, the train to the capital should be arriving any minute now. Our destination, St. Ark, is about as far from Trista as yours, I believe. Yes, they're both about 5 hours from Trista by express train. I've never ridden on a train for so long before. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Not this guy. I guess they're the same as ever, huh? I'm amazed they're not sick of the whole ordeal by now. It's getting tedious. If anyone can do it, it's you, Rain. Huh? Do what? Get those two to make peace with one another. I couldn't make it work, but I suspect you have a much better chance. Do you really think it's even... Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. Yeah, don't jump into the front of the train while it's still moving, is basically what they were saying. That's us. I'm afraid we've got to run. May adios be with you. Let's all do our very best. You bet. Take care, everyone. Bye. Adios. I'm sure I'm upsetting people. I'm sorry. I can go with adios if you guys wish, but I like adios. Just feels good. All right, on to the train you go. Bye-bye. Don't come back now, yeah? No, that's fine. Well, I guess we should buy our tickets and line up for a Bereahard train then. Yep, let's do it. If we must, though I'm loath to patronize a city so crawling with nobles. Hi, ticket to Bereahard, please. Good morning, Class 7. Group A is headed to Bereahard today, correct? Yeah, that's it. I believe there's a direct line that stops at Celtic, isn't there? Indeed there is. Every other train heading east from here is the direct line. The next one will be arriving soon, so I'd suggest you buy your tickets now. Alright. Certainly, that'll be 5 passengers for Bereahard. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. So it said I could not buy tickets and wait? What would that have done? Timetable. Passenger service bound for Celtic. Bereahard now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. Alright, on to the train we go. It's time to play some Blade. On to the train we go. Gonna get the Blade victory. That could have gone real south real quick. I had to pull it out of the gutter there. Alright, so some Blade stuff. Is Instructor Sarah going to show up? Is Machias going to shoot somebody? Like, what is going on right now? Some crazy chicanery definitely is happening, but it's all good. So one of the things I do like about this game, and while I'm medium frustrated that yes, we are essentially doing some fetch quests here and going killing random stuff there, this game does a much better job than most of them. I'm going to wait to see what happens here before I continue my thought. Okay. Most other games, by the tasks or the missions or the quests or the objectives making sense, right? It's not like you just randomly go up to people and they give you these things. We're part of a school. We are sent to these places to help the local populace with problems that affect the local populace. So in the grand scheme of things and how it all works, it makes sense versus just being like, hi, I'm new in town. Oh, could you go kill 10 rats in my cellar? Thanks. oh, there's this shadowy monster out in the middle of nowhere, and like we're part of the military academy of students that are sent here to help the town. Like, it makes sense contextually. This game is really good at that. Again, the quests might be kind of drab or boring as far as, oh, go kill this, go clean up that, go, you know. But they're menial tasks that make sense in the world, which a lot of games just don't have. Like, I'm not going to walk up to a stranger or have a stranger walk up. I'm like, oh, cool, dude, you got a sword? Yeah. Hey, there's this group of goblins out in the forest. Maybe you can go kill them for me. I'll give you a little bit of money. Like, no. I don't know that person. I don't know their skill level or what they're capable of doing. Like, there's no way. That's not going to happen. So, like, I like this much better. Anyway, I'm sorry. I kind of got off, I got off on a little diatribe there, if you will. All right, Herm. Shall we review what we know about where we're going? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Would you mind giving us an overview, Jusis? You're from Berea Heart City, after all. That's what you want, I'll oblige. But are you sure you wouldn't rather hear from the group's finest intellectual mind instead? I'm sure he'd be able to give you a far more critical analysis without any of the pro-noble bias I'm certain to inject. Are you suggesting that I allow my views to cloud my ability to see things objectively? Yes. Yeah, literally that's what you do. Absolutely 100%. Oh, not at all. You were intelligent enough to score second on the entrance exam, after all. And you spent your every waking moment since with your nose glued to a textbook, studying as if your life depended on it. So I'm sure your knowledge is quite vast in terms of book smarts, even if it is lacking in virtually every other regard. Why, you... please stop, both of you. Well, it's easy to see why you scored so miserably in the last month's field study. Oh, yeah, look at that Reen dropping them truth bombs. What? What was that? Reen? Last month, Group B got an E, which doesn't mean anything to me because that's not a real grade, but I guess it's like an F. We had A, B, C, D, F. I don't know why we didn't have E, but we didn't. On their field study. I guess we just don't like E's. If that had been a paper exam, it would have been a fail, and a low one, too. So you two really want that to happen again? Well... Hope you're not naively suggesting that we put aside our differences and become best friends. No, of course not. We were chosen to be in Class 7 because of our differences, in fact. We come from different backgrounds, so naturally we're going to have conflicting opinions and ways at looking at things. And no doubt we all have a few beliefs that we're not willing to compromise on, no matter what. But that doesn't change the fact that for the next few days, we're all part of the same group. We are all partners. Reen? I was wondering what you were getting at. You have to be joking! I refuse to accept the idea that... I'm not saying we have to be friends. But we're in the same group, and we're working toward the same objective. Let me try putting it another way. We're united against a common enemy, Group B, and... unless we want to lose to them, we have to work together here. Wait, what? Reen? Wouldn't have taken you the type to be, taken you to be the competitive type. Of course I am. I care about winning and losing just as much as the next guy, and get just as frustrated with other people when they hold me back. I'm just jealous of how good your grades are, for example, but all three of you, honestly. I feel like I'm losing the race, and I just have to struggle to catch up. And it was beyond frustrating when we lost against the instructor the other day. Ah, I see. There's no denying that she's strong. Incredibly strong, in fact. I don't know what kind of experience or training she's been through to become that way, but it's simply a fact. I just feel like if we'd been able to work together just a little bit better, if we'd been able to form proper combat links with one another, we may have at least evened the odds a little. You would have. Sarah's only strong because she knows how to fight. Yeah, that's generally... You know what, it's fine. If you'd been able to work together, you could have withstood her onslaught a little longer. You might not have won, but you wouldn't have really lost either. Fee? Exactly. Well, I suppose that is an acceptable Doomaflaja Hickey-mabobber. We wouldn't have won, but we wouldn't have necessarily lost either. Broke even? I guess sometimes that's the best you can do, right? When you're faced with overwhelming power, sometimes you just have to hold out as long as possible. Alyssa, sorry, I knew I was going to butcher it as soon as I got a chance. Elisa, Laura, and Elliot are all in the same group as the last time. This is true. And Guy seems like the type who can work well with, well, quite literally anyone. They'll be a strong team. Yeah, they'll be able to give their absolute best no matter what comes their way. Honestly, if we don't do something about our own shortcomings, their score could easily double ours. Enough! I get it already! And it's not like I have much of a choice but to go along with your yay team attitude now, do I? Indeed, I would prefer not to cooperate with this farce. But I have no intention of standing by and accepting defeat. So you're saying, until this trip is over, we will call a truce. Agreed? Very well. Very notion of working under these circumstances is ludicrous, but I am more than capable of enduring such idiocy if I must. The same goes for me. Yeah, that is what a truce sounds like. Yep, absolutely. Well, at least it seems like they might actually try to cooperate with one another this time, right? That's a significant improvement over last month. I do feel a little better. This is an improvement? Oh god, I shudder to think what things must have been like last time. The Krutzen main line. Sorry. Alright. Here's what I can tell you. Sup, Jusis. Bereahard is the most important city in the Eastern Kreutzen Empire, or province, excuse me. Its population is roughly 300,000, making it relatively large, even by municipal standards. The hilly region surrounding the city is inhabited by innumerable minks, which are prized for their fur. Furthermore, the Kreutzen province is, or as a whole, is widely renowned for their high-quality gemstones that are mined there. Yes, gems and fur are regarded as Bereahard's two main specialties. There's even a part of the city dedicated solely to those who work with them, isn't there? That would be the Artisan Street in South Bereahard, yes. Large numbers of artisans gather there to prove their worth. There's a shop in Heimdall that specializes in gems produced in Bereahard as well. Of course, only nobles and the ridiculously wealthy have any reason to patronize it. Can't see myself ever going there. Which brings up perhaps the most important thing to note. A fact of which you are already quite aware, but it can't be stressed enough. Bereahard is, at its heart, a city of nobles. What's been said about it in that regard is no exaggeration. It's really true, huh? I've heard nobles don't actually make up the majority of the population, though. That's correct. However, from Artisan Street to the enormous provincial army guardhouse, to the central plaza with its gigantic cathedral, to the airport designed to handle the largest of airships, Bereahard is a city that was developed with nobility, and the Alberea household in particular at its center. So it really isn't an exaggeration, then. I'm surprised you're able to discuss your own family so objectively. There's no point in denying the truth. As long as we're in Bereahard, you'd be well advised to keep your usual anti-noble vitriol to yourself. Unless you fancy becoming very friendly with the provincial army, at any rate. I know that. I can hold my tongue when I have to. Yeah. Is it that bad that I'm actually seeing this as kind of encouraging? In a weird sort of way, it feels like we're at least making progress. Alright, we'll talk in a minute. We got to play some Blade, baby. Machias, I'm taking you on, man.
I'm not going to hold back.
I'm knocking you off your high horse right here, right now. Not with those cards, I'm not. This is going to go badly.
Well then, go ahead and draw. It looks like you're up first.
Yep, it definitely looks like I'm up first. Crap. You know what?
We're even. We'll have to redraw.
Okay.
Looks like you're up first.
Dang it.
We're even. We'll have to redraw.
I think this is the only way I can do anything. I'm not even sure.
We're even. We'll have to redraw. I'll go first then. Bolt!
Really, dude?
Bolt!
Dude, you're a pile of garbage. I despise you.
Mirror!
Mirror.
Ah, crap. Mirror!
Bolt.
Now you've done it.
Bolt.
Now you've done it.
Dang it.
Looks like I win this time.
Dang it. I knew with those cards. Oh, man. There was no way. I knew with those cards I had no chance. Well, there was no high horse knocking. I tried, though. Alright, Jusis, let's do it.
If we have to.
Yeah, whatever, man. Alright. Better-ish.
Draw a card. Go ahead then.
Alright.
Take this.
Come back to me, number 5.
How about this?
How about that indeed?
Oh, you impertinent little...
Heh.
How about this?
Okay, how about this?
Now you've done it.
I said, how about
Now
this?
You've done it.
He's gonna bolt me. Oh, he didn't bolt me.
We have the same score. Let's redraw.
Alright.
I'll be going first. We have the same score. Let's redraw. Go ahead then.
Oh no.
My victory was assured
Son
from
of
the
a-
start.
I should have done that differently, probably. Man. I almost had it. I almost had it. I'm bad at this. It's fine, guys and gals. Just enjoy. I know I'm not. Let's go with the... Maybe we beat Fee at the end? Let's go with Emma.
Please go easy on me.
Yeah, the smartest person in class. Yeah, I'm gonna go super easy on you. Ugh. It's not that bad, actually.
Shall we draw then?
Yeah,
Allow
let's
me to
do
play
it.
first then.
Go for it. Alright, so I can do that. Okay. This feels interesting. What if I mirror?
Oh no.
You get a mirror
this could be
back?
trouble.
No. Interesting.
I'm gonna use a bolt card.
I'm gonna unuse a bolt card.
I'm gonna use a bolt card.
Okay. Alright, let's try this.
Sorry, I'm using a mirror.
Are you, though? Sorry, that is.
Oh, this could be trouble.
Okay. Oh. Bolt.
Ouch, I wasn't expecting that.
Bolt.
Ouch, I wasn't expecting that.
I did it!
Oh no, you beat me.
Yeah, I did. Bolt. Alright, cool. Alright, Fee. Oh, God. Is something the matter? I underestimated you a little. Oh, I'm talking. I didn't do the blade thing. Okay, that freaked me out a little bit. Haha, thanks, I guess? Still, the hard part will be keeping this up for the whole of our field study. We're going to need to get a whole lot stronger if we want to have a better chance against the instructor next time. If you want to beat Sarah, a little extra training won't be enough. True, we were completely outclassed by her last time. What sort of regimen she underwent to wind up so strong? It's just who she is. Sounds like Fee knows something. We can get her to open up a bit more someday. Alright, now we gonna try Fee. Alright, Fee. See what you got, girl.
Battle begin.
Battle begin. What kind of cards do I have? I mean, not the greatest, but I can work with this. Yeah, we do.
First. Take this.
Wow. I'm coming back with that.
Mirror. Crap.
Dang, she's hitting hard right off the bat.
Guess we'd better draw again.
Oh no.
I'm first. Guess I lost.
Oh! Oh, Fee, I'm so sorry. I've had that hand before, girl. I know exactly what you just went through. Alright, well, 50-50 on that one. I guess I can live with that. Alright, let's talk with, Jusis. I wasn't expecting to return to Berea so soon. It's been about 2 months now since we started at the academy. I guess it hasn't really been long enough for you to miss it, huh? Indeed. And 2 months is hardly enough time for anything to truly change. Well, that's very true. Still, a city full of nobles, I get the feeling I'm going to need to be a lot more conscious of things I say and do. Nobles do have quite a fixation with social standing and class. But you should try not to let it get to you. Just be yourself. That's interesting. If you exert too much energy refining in your every word and action, we won't be able to get anything done. Sorry, reining in, not refining. Don't know. I don't know. That's good advice. Thanks. If you have any more like it, I'm sure we'd be really appreciative. We'll be relying on your knowledge of the city. You're in good hands then. Alright, Machias. I hate having to cooperate with them, but I don't want to be the one responsible for losing to Group B. I suppose I'll call it a truce with you, too. I'd almost forgotten that Machias had a problem with me. Listen, I am sorry about... I don't actually think you're a deceitful, noble sympathizer, so there's no need to say anything. But don't get the wrong idea. I'm only agreeing to a truce. I haven't completely forgiven you for what you did. That's more than enough, thanks, Machias. But why would you thank me? It looks like he really doesn't hate me after all. If only I could find some way to make up with him entirely. Alright, Emma, bring it home, girl. Thank you so much, Reen. I knew Gaius was right about you. What do you mean? At the station, he said if anyone could do it, it's you, remember? I didn't do anything special, though. I just gave them my honest opinion. And that's exactly why I think you were able to successfully convince them. I guess it's up to us now to make sure that we don't let the group down. We won't, I'm sure of it. What are you two whispering about? It is rather suspicious. Nothing at all. Alright. Let's go. Let's get off this train and get on to... Well, I guess we went to Keldic, now we're going down to Berea. The province of Kreuzen. Oh. We passed through the granary region. Is that an airship? Nope. What a beautiful view. Is it, though? I feel like it's kind of underwhelming, but it's okay. I believe in it. Watch out, cameraman! That was a sad horn. That was a sad train horn, I'm not gonna lie. Look, you can see a few steeples in the distance. Can you? That's Berea. Indeed, we should be there in roughly an hour now. We may yet arrive by noon after all. Was the train delayed in some way? I know not. I should probably utilize that save point when I had it, but I think we'll get through this pretty quick. I wonder what kind of new, fresh, horrible things are going to happen here.
Lord Jusis.
Uh-oh.
Lord Jusis, welcome back to Berea.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
Amazing.
I can't believe all the station employees would abandon their duties to come and welcome him.
Oh my god,
He's a
calm down.
real VIP.
He is
I've
mad.
returned here as a student of Thor's military academy to conduct a field study. I believe you were informed that this manner of excessive welcome is neither necessary nor desired. Were you not? Well, yes, but...
You're a child of the Berea household. If anything, we should be apologizing for not giving you an even greater welcome.
Wow, they drink the Kool-Aid, man.
Please, allow me to carry your luggage.
We would be honored to carry the belongings of your classmates as well.
That won't be necessary.
Who dis?
Huh?
Lord Rufus?
Who? Oh, look, it's Lord Rufus. Didn't we see him before? Someone who looked like him? I thought they had gray hair, though. Maybe it was this guy.
Rufus?
Is that his brother?
What?
My beloved brother.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to see you again. To think it's been 3 months. Where did the time go?
Wasn't it 2?
I wasn't expecting to reunite with you so soon, but I'm delighted to have the opportunity.
As am I. You seem well.
I take it these are your fellow members of Class 7?
Yes,
right.
that's correct.
You know about us?
Of course. I've read all about you in my brother's letters.
Oh. He's got to do his little pose down. Rufus Alberea.
Where are my manners, though? My name is Rufus Alberea. Jusis is my younger brother. You needn't hide your shock. It would come as no surprise at all to learn that my brother has never once mentioned me. He is, after all, quite easily embarrassed.
Oh, this is
That's
awkward.
He's being toyed with.
I can hardly believe my ears. What happened to the arrogant young upstart we've come to know and mostly tolerate?
Mostly
But I
tolerant.
digress. This is no time for idle chatter. I came to escort you to your lodgings for the weekend.
Wait, you don't mean...
The car is parked outside.
Well, we going to the Alberea mansion?
Welcome to the verdant city of Bereahard.
Cool.
I hope you enjoy your stay, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
Thank you. Or are we stuck in an inn? I'm cool with that. Has anyone been in a... I'm going to assume that the vast majority of people aren't in, like, let's say $1 million homes. There's even, like, apartments that are, like, super up, upper class, upper scale, or whatever you want to call it. Because I grew up pretty poor. In fact, I grew up incredibly poor. And it wasn't until, like, my mid-teens where my parents really started getting jobs and things where, I guess it was my father, where he was able to make enough money for us to
See? So the one
get out of
responsible
that
for selecting our tasks this time around was...
situation. So essentially, when I was younger, we were quite poor. Again, doesn't matter. We were quite poor. We weren't like on welfare or anything quite that bad, but we were definitely not middle class. We were in the lower class. And again, I've mentioned this before. Thankfully, there was never really any I don't know, like financial separation in school or anything like that. So that was never something that we ever had to deal with. And everything was fine. I mean, like I had clothing and we ate and all that stuff. I mean, there was no big issues there. But it wasn't until, like I said, like middle teens where we really started. My dad really started to make some money, and my mother was on long-term disability. Since she had me, she had gotten sick for a very long time. But anyway, long story short, I'm definitely digressing here a little bit. I had been to a few people's houses that were quite rich, and I don't know how to explain this, and I don't know like everybody's situation. So I don't know if you guys have been into this type of world. If you come from a poor family, like even from middle class to like this upper class type thing, there's this big disconnect. Like for me, I'm very much one of those people who, I work and I get things that I want, and it's in the house. It's things that I use, and my house is lived in. It's not a disaster. Sometimes it's messier than it should be, but it's not a complete disaster, right? It's relatively clean, but it's lived in. It doesn't look like a pristine picture. And the few houses and places that I've been to that were, again, upper class, everything is so, like, there's a bit of clutter when it comes to, like, every place that I've been to where, it's middle class or lower class, whatever the case is. You gather things, there's clutter a little bit here and there, stuff can be put away and neat, but there's a lot of stuff. Whereas I find in the upper class areas that I've been into, it's very empty. It feels very, very empty, like very spacious. There's a lot of room, but there's not a lot of stuff in said room. And that's I don't know, that's weird to me. It feels so, what is the word I'm looking for? Sanitized might work, but it's something like, it's like clinical almost. Like it's very neat, it's very clean, it's spaced out, there's a lot of room, there's not a lot of stuff there, it's very impersonal, it doesn't feel very lived in, it's almost picturesque. And it's weird, and I'm wondering why that is. Is it to keep up appearances? I really don't know, because I feel like if I had more money and I was considered upper class or whatever the case was, I would still have the same habits, the same, you know, I'd have nicer stuff, maybe a little bit, but I would still have a lot of things. I would still make as much use of the room that I have as I could and enjoy the things that I have in the room. And, you know, there'd be a bit of clutter, there'd be a little bit of a mess. It would be clean, it would be somewhat organized, but not completely, you know? Like, it's lived in. And I feel like no matter what scale I lived on, whether it was some grand scale or some really, really small poverty-stricken scale, I'd always be that same person. I'd always have those same ideas and concepts and things ingrained in my mind because it's just who I am. So I'm just curious if anyone happens to be of the upper crust, as they say. Is there some different mentality, different thinking? Is there a reason why it feels so, like I said, sterile, empty, picturesque? Like nothing seems to be, I don't know, lived in? And again, don't get me wrong, I've been to lower income housing and or middle class housing where the place is super clean too, but it still has that lived in feel. It's not so barren or empty feeling. Okay, anyway, super far off, completely has nothing to do with anything going on with the game. I'm sorry, guys and gals. It's just something that like entered my mind. It's not something I really ever get to talk about or have anyone just, you know, to share this with. So I figured I'd go out on a limb. I'd ask you guys, if you're enjoying the series, feel free to chime in. If you don't want to chime in, that's cool too. It is what it is. Anyway, I see. So the one responsible for selecting our task this time around was, you guessed it.
I selected them on behalf of my father. Allow me to present you with this.
What's up? Oh, the document, yeah.
Thank you.
It really
It's
is
a big car.
Fascinating coincidence.
What is?
I never imagined my younger brother would become classmates with the son of Lord Schwarzer.
Why does that matter?
Huh? You know my father?
Certainly. Baron Theo Schwarzer is an old acquaintance of mine.
Okay.
Many years ago, I accompanied him to a falconry competition held in the suburbs of Heimdall. He taught me much about the practice and its etiquette. Why, that must have been 10 years ago now. Is he doing well these days?
Yes, he's quite well, and still just as fond of hunting as ever.
Splendid, splendid. And you must be the son of Governor Regnitz, no?
That's correct. I'm surprised you knew.
Indeed. I encounter him quite often when taking care of official matters in the capital.
Interesting.
Though our positions may be different, he has given me excellent advice in the past.
Double interesting.
It must be fate that you two would end up in my younger brother's class. Please do try and get along with him.
I will consider the possibility with an open mind.
Uh-huh, yeah, that's not true.
Wonderful.
That is not even sort of
And
true.
I would be remiss if I were not to acknowledge our two beautiful ladies.
Yeah.
No doubt your presence brings a touch of elegance
Wait.
to my younger brother's
Wait. Maybe my brain's not working. It's very possible, but didn't we just have this exact picture? Like this exact framing before we looked at Machias by himself? And it was only Jusis and Reen? And the girls weren't there? Are we already moving, or are they just getting into the car one by one right now? It's like, they weren't there a second ago.
Oh, I'm honored you would say so.
It's nothing like that.
Can we please stop discussing me? And when you say lodgings, you can't possibly be referring to...
Need you even ask? Naturally, you'll all be staying at the Alberea family mansion.
Yep.
But...
I jest. Father's instructions were that I should do with you as I wish.
Oh, well that's creepy.
So, considering the circumstances of your visit, I've had a hotel room prepared.
Oh, well.
That way you'll
there
be
you
able to concentrate more easily on your field study, no?
Appreciate you. Good.
Thank you. Truly appreciate it.
Wonder what that was all about.
I'm afraid we'll need to end our charming repartee here, however. For I can see your hotel coming into view now.
Oh, they are in the... Okay, then I have no idea what's going on. Maybe I'm crazy. That is a gigantic car. My God. The wheel didn't turn at all. That's fine. Thank you for the escort. And thank you very much for arranging a hotel for us. We truly are grateful for your kindness. Oh, think nothing of it. Under ordinary circumstances, I would have invited you to a banquet this evening, but unfortunately I have business I must attend to in Heimdall after we're finished here. In Heimdall? Will you be going by airship? Indeed, I'm representing our father. Don't tell me you're going to be all lonely and blue without me. Surely you jest. Surely you ingest. What? He may not be the most affable person, but please, do try to extend your kindness to my brother. May the goddess's blessings be with you. I pray that your field study activities are fruitful. Okay. Bye, I guess. So that was Rufus Alberea. I've heard rumors about him. They say he's the ace of the noble faction. Meeting him in person, it's easy to see where that reputation originated. He seemed like a rather charming person, projecting both intelligence and kindness. Yeah, he made a point of showing consideration for my dad, too, even though he's a low-ranking noble. And he effortlessly thrust Jusis into the role of cute little brother. Would have preferred you not to have seen that. Though I must admit, I wasn't expecting him to leave Bereahar just as we arrived. How unfortunate. What do you mean? Nothing that concerns you. We should check in at the hotel and begin our work. Wait. Come on, let's go drop off our things. Yes, that sounds like a good idea, though the thought of actually staying in a hotel this high class is kind of intimidating. Off we go. There's a lot here. It is truly an honor that our humble establishment should have the opportunity to greet a member of the esteemed Duke. Spare me the formalities. We came merely to drop off our belongings, after which point we will be leaving again immediately. Please show us to our rooms. As you wish. If you'll allow me to escort you to the western wing, then we've a fine suite prepared for you. If you'll allow me to escort you to the western wing, then we've a fine suite prepared for you. We have individual rooms reserved for each of your classmates as well. You wait. I believe I told you before that we're here solely for our studies. This excessive hospitality is neither required nor accepted. But Lord Jusis, I must insist, don't make me repeat myself. We require only 2 rooms, one for the boys and one for the girls. Will that be okay with you all? It works for me. It's more than enough. It's fine. Of course, we're students. We should be treated as such. Well, I mean, at least they got the boy and girl separation this time. It's a little bit nicer than... Well, yeah. Those are definitely big rooms. We can finally start working on our field study tasks now, I think. Good, we've wasted more than enough time as it is. Now, let's crack open the envelope, shall we? Alright, here goes. What doth we have? Field study, day 1, assigned tasks. Alright, addicted to bath salts? Oh, well that's good. The Voltaire family even bathes in style, using nothing but the most fabulous bath salts, which we're unfortunately running low on. Will someone procure them for us? If this strikes your fancy, find me at the terrace outside the Sorcière restaurant. Hassan Voltaire. Huh. Put a ring on it. Bruce, or Brook. I'd like someone to help me find a particular semi-precious stone. For more details, talk to me at Turner's Jewelers. I'm pretty sure he doesn't sound like that. And then, Aurochs Canyon Monster. Aurochs Canyon Monster, Aurochs Fort. A violent monster has been seen roving the Aurochs Canyon path, and the Kreutzen Provincial Army would like it eliminated. The monster is a fate spinner atop a cliff partway along the Aurochs Canyon path. Once the monster has been exterminated, please report to the soldiers at the Aurochs Fort. Okay. Study area is defined as a 100 cell radius around North and East Berea Hard. Each student must record his or her activities daily to be remitted to the instructor upon request. Request from a noble followed by one from an artisan. That should certainly keep things interesting. Yeah, they seem to have struck the perfect balance here. The monster one sounds irritating. What do they mean by report to the Aurochs Fort on this one? Aurochs Fort sits on the opposite side of the Aurochs Canyon. It's a provincial army base originally built in the Middle Ages. The request must have come from there. Sounds like trouble to me. We should probably save that one for last, just to be on the safe side. I'd advise that regardless. The path through the canyon is long and treacherous. We should complete our other tasks before we venture out that way, lest we run out of time. Alright, let's do that. Fine by me. I have no objections either. Alright then, let's get started. I'm sure Elisa and the others are working hard on their own tasks as we speak, and we can't let them beat us this time. So, let's give this our all. Right. Okay. Of course, I'll give you my word. Sweet. So we got the crew, we're ready to go, we're ending the episode. I'll try not to go off on giant little tangents in the future. I mean, it wasn't like I was complaining about anything. It's just something that has always confused me. There's a lot of things that I find incredibly... I'm not going off on a big tangent here. Incredibly interesting, from like dialects and like speaking in different areas and things like that, to, you know, favorite colors, why certain things appeal to people and don't appeal to others. Like, there's so many things that just make us interesting and unique as humans. You know, there's so many differences and just so much diversity that it's mind-blowing and kind of astounding and just awesome in general. I really enjoy that stuff. So like I said, I feel like my little tangent earlier, you know, I mean, it has some merit. I'm curious. I'd like to know, is there a reason for that? Is there some mindset or mentality that I don't have, not being a part of that? So who knows? Anyway, guys and gals, that's it for right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode and my ranting and raving and my poor reading skills. But we're going to continue on in the next episode. Till then, I've been your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. And always remember, we play, we fight, we conquer.